What's happening, guys? Ronan here from the Alpha Zone, and we are taking a look at Elite Dangerous. This video is going to be about just getting you off the ground from the very start of the game. I felt like I wanted to do this guide because there are so many on the internet, but I wanted to do it from my point of view, which is a guy that has put about 15 hours into this game, and now I want to start the game again knowing what I know and just having a sense of direction about exactly where I want to take this, my build and what I want to do. I want to be an explorer. I felt like when I started the game first time around that I just wanted to find out what was further than I could get to, and there was that sense of discovery that overtook me. Now, I built my first game, I built towards being very combat heavy, and as interesting as it is, I just had that feeling that I just wanted to explore the stars, and that's exactly the way I'm going to build towards this game. But the start of the game, it will be very similar for no matter what build you want to do. It's getting some money in the bank, and it's just getting off the ground running. So we're just going to go and start up a new game here. We're going to go open play, and it will put you in, as far as I know, it's the same space station it will put you in. It doesn't spawn you in a random space station. So I'll go through exactly what I think is the best way to get off to a good start. When I first turned on the game, I was a bit puzzled about exactly where to go, what to do, but now in my mind I have a sense of direction, and I'm just gonna do a couple of missions. Then I'm going to possibly buy a new ship and just go from there. So one thing I have noticed about the game is sometimes when you start, it will actually give you a mission, and sometimes it won't give you a mission. Now this time around it actually hasn't given me anything. So what I'm going to do is go into the Starport services and try and look for a mission that I can undertake and just get going. So mission board, and a lot of the time they reckon at the very start, if you can find the data transfer, and I don't, here we go, boom, data delivery. And as you can see there to the very right, it is 6.6 light years away, which is doable in the ship that I have. I think the max is around 8. Now I could be wrong with the starting ship, but I think it's around 8. Another thing, if you really want to dive deeper, you can take a couple of parts off your ship and you will be able to go further. But for the time being, I am going to just accept this mission, and I'm going to leave this station and complete that mission, and that will be our first couple of quid in the bank. So launch the ship. Here is just a little tutorial on buttons in the game, so just go through them all. I would advise anyone starting this game to go through the training. It's not super deep and you will get it done pretty quickly, but it's definitely worth having a go. If you're interested in playing this game, it can be very daunting at the start. Controls seem to be the biggest difficulty at the start. Not that they're bad, but there's just so many controls to worry about, and I spent a lot of time in the training. So one thing that I kept forgetting at the start and wondering why I couldn't enter into Super Cruise was my landing gear was up. So if you hold circle and press down on the direction buttons, it will put your landing gear down, or sorry, up. And the mass lock on the bottom right hand corner is still blue, and that means I have to get a certain distance away from the station before it will actually allow me to freely move around this star system. So this is the normal flight mode. It is the mode that you will be using for landing, for taking off, and for combat, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring it into Super Cruise by holding triangle and clicking up. So here you have Super Cruise, and a basic understanding of Super Cruise is you're allowed to traverse star systems pretty easily. So if I was in normal flight mode, that would take I would get there to the unidentified source, but it would take me a very, very long time. So this is a faster than light travel that will allow me to traverse the star system that I'm in. What I'm going to do now is I am going to plot a course for the mission that I undertook. So bring up your I'll just go back and show you how to do that. So hold square, click left on the direction button, which will bring up this panel, and if I go over to transactions, there's the mission that I undertook. So open Galaxy Map, and let's plot a course for this. So as you can see, here's where I am, and we have to go to this star system. So if I click X on that star system and back out, I should be able to see there we go. So if I face that star system, it's telling me to slow down for some reason. So if I face that star system, hold triangle and press down on the direction button, let it charge up, and that will initiate a hyperspace jump to that system. One thing to know, when you come out of a hyperspace jump, you will be right beside the main star in that system, as you can see. So just make sure you pull away from that. So I'm still in Super Cruise mode. What we are going to do now is bring back up the panel. So hold square and click left to bring up the target panel. I am going to open up the mission, and I need to go to Onizuka Landing. So apologies, I clicked the Galaxy Map. I was meant to go back to navigation, and if I come down here, Onizuka Landing, click X on that, lock that destination. Again, have a look around. I would think it's behind me. There it is. So if I speed up towards it, you can see the distance is closing on it, and I usually keep an eye on the time. So you see 11, 10, 9, 8. So start slowing down. Also, if you see my speed, I'm keeping it in the blue, and I'm actually going to overshoot it here because I'm going too fast. So I'm going to have to spin around. We're starting to slow down. So I was going too fast there initially for me to slow down, but it's okay, we can turn around and give it another chance. Patience is the key. So just keep yourself lined up with it. And as you can see, we're discovering new things all the time. And if you can see my speedometer, the little blue bar is very low, so this is a good speed. and it will take you a minute or two to get close to the landing. So I can disengage now, but I'm just going to bring it a little bit closer and then press triangle, and that will disengage Super Cruise. As you can see, that station is right in front of me. So we're back into normal flight mode here. Another thing that you need to do in this game is request landing. So if you can see, the 7.5 is the limit you need to be in to request landing. So hold square, bring up the target panel again, go to contacts, and Onizuka landing, request docking. I don't seem to have got any reply off them. Let's try it again. There we go. So I would imagine the landing is that highlighted area that I'm looking at. So this is one of the most difficult parts of Elite Dangerous to get used to, but what I will say is patience is the absolute key here. Use L1 to slow yourself down. Make sure you're coming into the right landing pad. So I have permission to land on landing pad 3, which is the one I am coming down to. Now you can use the right stick to bring yourself in a vertical axis. So let me just try and straighten myself up here. I'm not sure whether I'm coming into the pad the right way around, but we'll see in a minute. You're going to get a little... So again, just really slowly. So thank God that she gives me the warning about the landing gear, because that would be super embarrassing. And as you can see there, I'm actually coming into it the wrong way, but that's not a problem. What I can do is bring it into the landing zone. And bring her around. So I'm actually getting scanned by the Federation there to see if I'm holding any illegal cargo, which I'm not, because I've just started the game. But if you were a smuggler or a pirate and you were holding some illegal cargo, that is how you get caught. So this is not the smoothest, but we'll get there. Yeah, if I actually come back a little bit, bring it in slowly the right way this time. So we're coming in a lot better. And like I said, patience is key. All you have to worry about is not crashing. Bring her down. And there we go. So let's finish this mission. So if I go to contacts, apologies, mission board, and there we go, claim reward. And we have a few quid in the bank. So we are just going to Okay, see here, 27 light years away. That would take me an absolute monumental journey to get to. Not, it would be doable, but not so much in a video that I want to just run through some of the basic stuff. So let's see if there's anything else that we can do. These are all out of my reach. There are some massive payouts for them. Another thing to not forget to do is refuel. Always refuel, 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 because you can actually get stuck out in a star system that has no stations, and that will put you into a bit of a pickle. So what I might do is show you another way to make money. The fact that there is no missions there that I can do that will take a short amount of time. So let's go and do some dogfighting. Now I'll probably get my ass handed to me, but let's see. So what you want to do is you want to lock on to the nav beacon in the star system. As you can see there, in normal flight mode, that would take me a year. So I need to get my landing gear up, and I need to be a certain distance away from my mast lock to get turned off, and there we go. So hold triangle, press up, and that will enter me into super cruise mode. And let's head to the nav beacon. And if you want some action, the nav beacon is where it's at. I'll try not to overshoot it this time. So as far as I know, if you scan the nav beacon, it will give you information about the star system, and that is probably the first place you would go if you enter an unexplored star system, just to get information, and then you would start scanning each planetoid or star on the in the star system, and then you bring the information back and trade it in for credits. So this is actually a I'm just hoping I have some weapons. Okay, we're gonna overshoot it again. No, I think we're okay this time. So the nav beacon is usually beside the main star in a star system. And I'll just show you when I come out with Super Cruise how to scan a star or a planet if you're like me and want to become an explorer. So again, just keep it in the blue. Patience is key. Have a look around. So that is actually unexplored, so I'll be scanning that when I jump out with Super Cruise here. We'll get some information. So I think it's within 6 seconds possibly I'm able to jump out. Here we go. So as you can see, there is a lot of action around here. So if I lock on to a craft by using X, scan the craft, it will give you information about that craft on the left hand side. So those two guys are clean, so we don't want to touch those. Also, square brings out your weapons. Let's scan this star system if I can. No, I can't yet. I need a scanner. So let's try and find some bounties to chase. As you can see, this is where all the action is. The NPCs gather here at the nav beacon. So they're all clean. So you just need to keep scanning until you find someone that is wanted, and then you can engage if they are not. If they are not too high of level, and I will show you. It's actually the second line on the left hand side. So you see Cobra. It's after disappeared now. So there you go, you're scanning the navigation beacon now. It takes a few minutes. So as you can see, there's system data downloaded. So hopefully I'll be able to get some action here. Clean. I thought that was going to be the money right there, but it wasn't to be. So we got a few up here, but no, they're scanned already. You just gotta keep searching. And as you can see, like, this game, you need to have patience and just enjoy the time in the game. It is so mostly harmless. If this guy is wanted, it can be no. So if that was if he was wanted, it would have been perfect. And they all seem to be very clean around here. It's not looking like we're going to get much action around here. Here we go. Okay, so there's three of them here. I mean, we are up against it with these guys, but hopefully we can get some support from the Federal Fleet. I mean, these are pirates, as you can see down in the left hand corner, but they're harmless, which is definitely a plus. Let's see what that guy... Okay, we got some Federal agents here as well. Where are they gone? That guy looks like he's trying to get away. Come back here. So, where are they gone? Wow. Come on. And as you can see, it's a difficult game to try and... Surely that's them. come on. This guy is dangerous. Okay, here we go. Let's engage these. Come on. Let's bring it back around. Oh, he has me. He's got a better ship than I do. Let's try boost out with her. Pull it back around. Where are you? Here we go. His shields are down. Remember, we got the other two on my back as well. That's it, just concentration. It's always best to worry about one at a time. Okay, his target shields are offline. Come on! Need to get closer. If I got one down, it'd be nice. I could try and escape then. That's it. Come on, go down, go down. As you can see, our weapons are puny. Oh, please. He's nearly gone. Yes! Okay, let's spin around and try and get another one here. Because I know his buddies are not going to be happy with me. I think I got 11,000 for that, which ain't bad. Yeah, they're still... Put a few pips to engine so we got a bit more maneuverability. And how you put pips to each of your systems is on the right. If you can see, I've got 2 on systems and 3 on engine. Use the direction buttons up, left and right. And they're right on my back. I mean, it's very hard to turn this thing. It's like a train, and it's not. It's one of the most maneuverable ships in the game, but it's very difficult when they're on your back. I mean, I can't see them anywhere. Come on, where are you? I don't even know if they're still shooting at me. Looks like there's some fun happening over here. Here we go. We got a wanted. But he is expert, so this guy could absolutely rip me asunder. Let's try and get him. And as you can see, it can get pretty busy. So make sure you don't shoot a... Now if that guy Where's he gone? He literally just disappeared there. Where is he gone? But as you can see, it can go from nothing to a lot in... Just try and pip onto... They all look like Federal, yeah. That's exactly what they are. Okay, I think we're going to go back to a station and trade in, and that can be, I think, the end of this video, because as you can see now, you can do a couple of things. You can take on missions at stations, you can go to nav beacons to do some dogfighting if you like, and depending on what way you want to build in after, just the most important thing at the start is getting a few quid in the kitty to start building towards buying a new ship, which should be your first objective. You can always upgrade this ship, but I would recommend going with buying a ship. High energy S, okay. So let's go into... So hit square to put in your hard points. And it's charging very slowly, but we're getting there. What I will actually do is bring up the target panel. Bring up the systems map, which is another map that you use to see what's in the star system you're in. So as you can see here, let me see. So we got... Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the area we were. Actually, let me bring up the galaxy map again. So if you hold triangle and hit left, that'll bring up your galaxy map. And where do we want to go? Oh, it's after jumping me into Super Cruise. So just open up the galaxy map, and I want to go to a place where I know there is a a space station that is worth visiting, and that is Eravate. So have a look around. The reason why I can look around the cockpit like this, if you're wondering, is I turned off the motion controls in the menu. So I'm not going to actually go through how you do that. So line it up, hyperspace jump, and what I'll do is I'll turn in the bounty and then I will end the video. And if you have any questions at all, just drop them at the bottom of the video. Like I said, I'm a newcomer to this game, but I do pick up things pretty quickly, and I do know how to, you know, what to do within your first few hours in Elite Dangerous, because it can be quite daunting, I found myself almost wandering around aimlessly when I first turned on the game. So this video are the people that are just getting into it. It is a really good game, and it's very engaging, and I find myself just super relaxed playing it. It's a different style of game. It's a patient, well thought out game, and just a game that I'm really in love with at the moment. So let's go to the Cleve Hub, which is one of the game's major space stations at the start of the game. And yeah, like I said, patience is key playing this game. And another thing I do want to point out is the community is absolutely amazing in this game. It's just a really helpful community, and it almost reminds me of a Dark Souls community where everyone just wants to help each other. Nobody's out to best one another or try and make someone feel like crap that a lot of gaming communities are like. This gaming community it's one of the good ones. So big up to the elite, I'll say, because there's guys playing this game and have put thousands of hours in. And I did a stream recently, and every person on the stream that came to watch were experienced players, and they were just giving me tip after tip after tip. You should do this, you should buy this ship. And it was a great culmination of all these experts' advice that I brought to this, that I wanted to do this video. And it is a difficult game to try and do a tutorial on, but hopefully I gave you the benefit, the basics. I'm not I didn't go through controls or anything like that. You can learn them in the training, but a sense of direction, that's what I wanted to bring to you, and hopefully I've done that. And hopefully this landing can be a bit smoother than the last one. We're having a little trouble disengaging. We're right up on top of it here. So, target panel, contacts, Cleve Hub, and request docking. So it should allow me to do it now.
Authorization cleared. Proceed to landing pad 2-1.
So come right to the bottom of the space station, and the entrance should be right at the bottom. Hopefully I won't get done for speeding, because that's another thing that can happen. And as you can see, I mean, the space stations are phenomenal looking. That's why I want to explore the galaxy and see just different things and different areas of the game. That looks like a passenger carrier right there, bringing a few guys off to do a bit of sightseeing. Like, look at this.
Reports of heavy traffic within the area. Maintain safe clearance distance.
So I'm not coming in very straight here, but we should be okay. So 21, and just be careful we don't get bang into traffic coming out. Again, bring yourself in nice and slowly. The slower the better. The sense of where you are, and try and line yourself up then before you actually come to the pad. So here we go.
Attention, Commander. Landing gear not deployed.
Bring down the landing gear. And there we go. Just have a look around the station.
Contact. Power down systems. Enjoy your stay at the facility, Commander.
So hopefully we can turn in the bounty, which I think we can. That's actually an assassination mission which I'm going to accept. But first, so for your bounties you need to come into your contacts and redeem all bounty vouchers, and that's after giving me a nice 10,000 credits. And just for fun, I'm going to accept this. I don't think I have a hope in hell against them, but we're able to accept it anyway. Again, always refuel. And what I'm going to do is just go over the ships with you as well while I'm here. So the Sidewinder is your stock ship from the start of the game, the one that I'm flying now at the moment. The Eagle is a very good combat ship, very agile. I think it's actually the most agile ship in the game if dogfighting and combat is your thing. The Hauler is for more hauling, a courier job. It has a bigger cargo than the combat ships. I haven't actually got this ship yet, and I probably will never touch it because it's not what I'm after. Adder, as far as I know, this is a more all-rounder, and it is a decent enough ship, but again, it's not what I'm after. The Viper, very highly sought after ship, really awesome combat ship, and definitely worth saving up for if you like the design and if you like that style of play. Same with the Cobra. A lot of the experts wanted me to go Cobra when I wanted to go down the combat route. They were advising me to go this ship, and I never actually got to fly it. It's 349,000 credits, and I didn't have that. I probably won't have that for a long time. Transporter, again for transporting goods or passengers. The keelback, much the same, big cargo hold, and yeah, good for transferring goods. And none of them ships are actually what I'm after, so I'm gonna have to go further afield to try and figure out what I need. The Viper is probably the one that's top of the list at the moment. But as you can see, my knowledge with the ships is not all there yet. Like I said, I'm only 15 hours in, and this game is massive and daunting and awesome at the same time. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to possibly go out and do a few more missions now and try and maybe chase down that pirate who will kick my ass more than likely, but hey, if you don't try, you can't win. So this has been the Alpha Zone. I'm Ronan, and I'll talk to you next time.